All right. Welcome to Old Gods of Appalachia, playing here the game by Monte Cook, based on a podcast put out by Rusty Quill. We are having fun today, continuing as our Appalachian folk have made their way to the Big Apple and brought with them a few worms and other crawling and creeping things to see exactly what they could do. So we'll see. So, the city had been abrupt. It had been alive in a way it was not used to. You see, as Charlie had asked the things that creep and crawl to spread the message, an idea that Ruby was waiting and leaving. The long gone girlfriend of Marcus, whom he desperately wanted to have back to make an example of. Of course, they don't go ahead and put it in a letter like you might think, or a telegram or phone. No, this was something that was in the trees, that went in the hearts of people. Oh, yes. It's like people just knew. They couldn't help but repeat it like a itch or scratch over and over. Like it crawled under their skin, and sooner or later, a small bar that occasionally served up a heaping of something good. The noise made its way to Marcus's ears. Once there, Marco's ears. Once there, it itched, scratched the brain. Couldn't get it out. He knew better, of course, than to go running off. But all the same, he did. A few of his men going behind to keep Boss safe. But Marco went all the same, crazed, ready to put this woman in the ground who dared leave, dare take the money that she did. Traitorous woman. Well, he couldn't let that stand. Or the next traitorous woman might stab him in the back or lower. So he went into Central Park. Charlie Ridge and Ruby, you can see these 5 men approach. Hands just below the waistline. Inside their underclothes. Around their belts. Looking hard. What would you like to do?
Ruby is... She's over by the fountain right outside the tree line. And when she sees the men approaching, she's going to run into the tree line.
Okay. You're running. Are you trying to be seen, basically, or?
Yeah, like lure them into the trees.
All right. Go ahead and give me an intellect challenge, please.
All right, I will use 2 effort. So that's 2 intellect, right? Because I've got 2 edge. All right. And how did you... that's only 7.
All right. And what effort did you put in?
I put I did 2 effort, and I don't think there's anything else that I have. I have persuasion, but that's it.
Okay. Very good. With that, you run and they see you. Goes, come on, there she is! And they hurriedly come across into the woods. And where are you running to?
I'm running into the tree line where Charlie and Ridge should be waiting, like a little bit further into the tree line in order to ambush these guys.
I think we had also asked the trees to
help
separate the guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not dealing with all 5 of them at once.
Right. Right. And so the way this is going to work then is that as they run in here, each of you can go ahead and give me an intellect challenge for using the magic of the trees to separate them.
I've got training in using magic, and I'll put 2 effort in because I got 2 edge, so it'll just cost me 2.
I will do the same because I have the training in using magic and 2 effort, 2 edge, 2 intellect points.
And I got a 12.
I got 3.
Okay.
I will be using point of effort And I got an 18.
All right. In that case, as they run in, they do begin to separate. One off, two peel off, while Marco and two others begin heading directly towards Ruby. What is the plan?
The lantern. Have the lantern. I think I was using that with Charlie and Lynn to hide them until the guys were close enough that they could ambush them. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. And I guess as soon as how far away are these guys?
They'd be a short distance away.
Short distance.
Who still has the walking stick?
Oh, I guess I do.
Okay.
And that was to command the that was to help with the
Well, that can actually reduce the movement and weaken one creature for several rounds
All right.
using Root Bind.
All right, so let's go ahead and do this then. Let's do the initiative challenge.
All right. I'm rolling like Patooey.
That's a 19.
14.
Yeah, that's just a 7.
All right, so 19 and 14 and a 7. Okay. So that was Charlie at 19?
Yep.
Okay. All right. In that case, Charlie, as this happens and they're a short distance away from Ruby, what would you like to do?
So if I've got an ability that doesn't say it takes an action to initiate, does that mean that it doesn't take up my action to do it?
Probably not. Just what is it?
It's the wings.
Okay. I'd imagine not. I mean, unless it says. So, what type of ability is it?
It says it's an enabler.
Okay. Yeah, so that sounds like you'd be able to do it without an
Okay.
action.
Cool. I just think that he's gonna do that. I think he's gonna fly. He's going to. Yeah, he'll do this. He's going to, as he sees that 3 of them have beat it on Ruby, he's going to take to the air, kind of fly over them. So he's up above them to kind of lend a distraction, and then he is going to start playing the harmonica. And as his action, he's going to bewitched. And let's say that we'll do a little cipher flashback so I can ask the others. the Bewitch is going to literally just incapacitate one of them. Should that be Marco or one of his bodyguards?
Do one of his bodyguards.
Okay. I guess if there's any seeming difference between them, whichever one looks like the tougher customer, Charlie's going to try to bewitch.
Okay. Fair enough. And so the bewitching here that's the read their ability?
That is while talking, or I've always just played the harmonica, you grab their attention. For as long as I do nothing but do this, the other creature takes no actions other than to defend itself.
Right. Very good. So I begin playing here. And then we will do an intellect challenge to get this to take hold.
Okay. So this is using magic. This is playing music. Trained in both. And I'll put an effort in.
All right.
Oh, jeez. That's a nat 20.
Woo! All right. So I think with that then, as it comes up, and you play as just he kind of is pulling out his gun. This would be Marco. Hold up his lead gun to try to aim and fire. Here's your music. His pupils grow large, a silly grin on his face. His hand just sort of loses the pressure and the gun drops to the ground.
Charlie is literally playing Pop Goes the Weasel.
All right. Then, let's see here. These other two, C and Ruby, they fire. You gotta go, what's wrong with you? And I like see the music. Don't know. Try to go to business. We gotta finish this and get out of here. And bang, bang at Ruby. The gun smoke goes off. Guns fire. So I need 2 speed defenses, I think, here.
All right. Well, I'm trained in speed defense, so there's that.
Okay.
9 and 7.
Oh, all right. That's going to be a total of 8 might to damage.
Cool.
As the bullets ring out here. Ripping ahead. And even as you move, you're quick, hitting in the shoulders and the arms, and as you get behind a tree, you go, dang it! So, like, this was a setup. Boss, we got to get out of here. As Marco just sits there or stands, cannot move. And this will be Ruby and Ridge.
All right, so Ruby will go ahead and Charlie can focus on somebody else. She'll go ahead and use the walking stick. The walking stick. I cannot speak today. I am sorry, guys. To Yeah, she will do that. Once per day, user can unleash a root bind. Yeah, I will do root bind on Marco.
Okay. So you're binding him as Charlie's keeping him
Yeah,
there.
and it's calling forth ancient roots to entangle and weaken a creature, reducing their movement and defense for several rounds. Additionally, the user gains temporary control over nearby plant life.
Okay. This is an area that hinders them. The roots go on over Marco here.
Yeah.
And they move up, kind of trying to twist as he stands there around his ankles, secretly trying to go free. And while he's entranced, a tinge of fear appears as sweat upon his brow.
Can I have one of the roots kind of flick away the gun from, like, the gun on the ground away from?
Yeah, they begin to cover it up and move it. Yeah.
All right. That's what I got.
All right, and then Ridge.
Okay. So Ridge. Whoa, hello. I can't speak either. Wow. Ridge is going to go or like attempt to like use like the handle of his hatchet and get the one that isn't, entangled or bewitched, and just kind of like begin to like choke him out with the handle of the hatchet.
Okay, so you come up behind him and go,
Yeah.
"Oh, what the heck?"
Yeah. So he's gonna go ahead and try to do that. I will be putting in an effort for this.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
that's another 14.
Okay. Very good. As you take it, and is that a light weapon? What's your damage for that?
For the hatchet, I believe it's a medium weapon.
Medium. Okay, cool. Okay, very good. So that's okay. Perfect. Grab him as his throat begin as you have the wood very close to his throat, taking him down. Looking left, right, trying to understand who it is that has him. We'll go to Charlie.
Charlie will. So he is going to, now that Marco's sort of getting entangled, he will switch the bewitch to the one bodyguard who's not, like the one who's not currently being choked out by Ridge. He'll switch the bewitch to that, but he's also going to come down kind of in front of them, kind of putting himself between them and Ruby, because he just saw them both shoot at her.
Very good. So switch the bewitched over. Yep. Go ahead and give me another use magic roll.
Yep. I'll put one effort into this along with use magic and music. Jeez, I'm rolling well. That's a 17.
Okay. Very good. As Marco kind of comes to his senses, finds himself in the grass. What the heck? In the woods. The other one says, "I hear it now too, Marco. So get your face out of it." It's yelling. All right. It goes to them. Now, remind me of everything that these do again. These roots.
They root bind calls forth ancient roots to entangle and weaken a creature, reducing their movement and defenses for several rounds.
Okay. Sounds good. With that, then, they will begin to trudge toward you. They go, I know what's going on. I'm going to squeeze that smile off your face. And trudging through the roots. It's not quite getting within range of you. It's now the other one, I think, seeing his friend, now realizing kind of in together, getting a weird sense like what is happening, and watching, like, Ruby Call, I think we'll switch over to Charlie and fire their weapons. So Charlie, I do need speed defense here.
Okay, which one is this? Because the one bodyguard's bewitched.
Oh, that's
the other
right. I
one
forgot the
so-
one that was good. Yeah, he was there. Sorry. Thank you. I guess where I was gone because the one that was getting over here. So what he's going to do, I apologize.
That's okay.
He's going to push and try to put his feet against the ground and ram Ridge here into a tree. So it would be might or speed here, Ridge.
Might's better for Ridge.
Okay.
Let us see what we. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he blew that. That's a 5.
Okay. So whoop, pushes hard and is able to throw you back into a tree for 3 might off your pool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we'll go to Ruby and Ridge. What do y'all want to do?
Ruby is going to go ahead and she's going to peek around the tree and she's going to call Marco a no good snake or something along those lines. And she's going to shake the bones. So 2 might and 2 intellect.
Mhm. All right. Starts to get kind of confused. Ah! Doesn't know quite what's happening. And starts bleeding from his eyes. So you hear his bones crack in his body. So, what the hell is going on? Then Ridge.
Ridge is recovering from being pushed into a tree. He's gonna try to. He's not gonna try to like go back at it because now they're more in awares. So he will go to whoever the closest guard is. Not the one that's bewitched.
It would be the one that just like is like right in front of you, push you into the tree.
So he's gonna pick himself up as quick as he can, and he's gonna take the swing.
Nice.
Like with his hatchet. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna put forth 1 effort, just because this is not this. I don't know. I got a 9. It's just kind of like just kind of aim. He'll aim towards the legs. Try
Okay,
to
so you shoot
incapacitate him.
one effort in. Yeah, that's going to. Actually, I'm sorry. One effort in. You got an 8 on the dice. Or 9. Yeah, he kind of leaps up as you hit air.
Ah,
And what was yours? So Charlie.
Okay. Charlie's looking at the situation, and this could go sideways real quick. If he's just gonna, I can just sit here and keep playing, but I'm not helping it beyond that at this point. We'll keep going for one more round.
Okay.
For one more round at least, and then see where we're at. Just to keep this guy out of the fight.
Sounds good. All right, so he's gone. So the one in front of you, Ridge, kind of takes out his pants with this large, like baseball bat. Starts to swing. And so this will be a miter speed defense.
all right. Let's go, Mike. Hello? Oh, that's where it went. Sorry, I don't know where it went. 19.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so that's okay. So I think here goes to hit you. You're right by this tree. It hits the tree, bounces off, and hits him square in the forehead. And so his next turn is going to be hindered. As he overcomes that. And then, so remember, Ruby, you were that's right. You shook the bones, and so this turn, Marco is able to get over to you. He goes, there you are. And then, Ridge and Ruby, it's your turn.
All right, so let's see. Ruby will yeah, she's just gonna continue with her taunting. She says, you think you're a man, but you wouldn't know a man if he punched you in the face. And do another shake the bones.
Okay. Very good. So, again, he screams as his legs start to give out from underneath him. He coughs up blood. Then, Rich.
Ridge or Charlie?
I'm sorry. Did Rich not get to
Oh
go yet?
no, I'm sorry. It's absolutely Ridge. I'm sorry. I got completely confused for a moment.
You got it.
Apologies.
Ridge is also gonna actually throw a little taunt. He's gonna he's gonna taunt the guy who missed and hit himself in the forehead. It's like, you call that a swing? This is a real swing. And then he's gonna once again aim for his legs. And also blow it.
Oh no. What'd you get?
Do we have any inspiration?
I'll give you an XP to reroll.
Thank you. Because that was a 3. It'd be really funny if he trash talked and then completely screwed it up. Oh, that was also a screw up. Well, oh well.
Did fire not drop in spell? I don't know. She usually drops in for reasons.
I can't read chat from here.
Yeah.
I mean, she said hi.
She did. She just posted she did.
Okay, perfect.
And more. Thank you, Fire.
There we go.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and use that inspo. Thank you very much.
Fire made it past the intro.
Right?
We're
And
just fighting gangsters. It's not.
It's a little bit better. I'm gonna throw an effort into there just for safe measure. And that was a 13.
Okay. This time you swipe with the legs square on. Good. So that's
Now that's a swing.
nice. Perfect. Yeah, that'll be the same one there. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, kind of knocked on the ground. You can see as he tries to stand up, his legs are shaking underneath him. And we go to Charlie.
Okay. Yeah, I think that this is go. So the root things on Marco, they slow his movement and also hinder his defense, right?
Yes.
Cool. I think that Charlie's going to break off from the music. He is going to fly down behind Marco.
Okay. So for this, you would be a short distance away.
Oh, okay. So dang it. Okay.
Because you suppose got a little bit.
Mhm.
So,
All right.
because all you kind of you've kind of separated them from each
Yeah.
other.
No,
So they're
that
all
makes-
you're all a short distance.
Right. Okay.
So you just fly over.
I'm trying to decide because if I do that,
Oh.
that's all I can do. I can't do anything else if I.
Yeah.
I think he was thinking recalibrate.
Oh, gotcha.
Um. Worst comes to worst. Okay, no, I will do it anyways. What he's specifically doing is putting himself behind Marco and blocking the guy who's not going to be bewitched anymore. So if he decides to shoot, he's going to shoot Charlie.
Very cool.
Like fan out the wings so that it's like he's blocking everything.
Yeah, landing down with your wings go woof. Terrifying. So then I think Marco here Yeah, the attempt here is to grab Ruby around her neck and squeeze. Here, so speed or might defense, Ruby.
Okay, I shall do speed. And I will put an effort into it. And I am trained in speed defense. Oh, yeah. 17.
Whew. All right, how do you get out? Like, what does it look like?
She quickly manipulates the plants to kind of trip him up as he's reaching out. And she kind of ducks and does a pirouette out of his reach and around the other side of the tree.
Nice. I like that. Whew. And he grabs and next. Over there. My Ridge and man will take his bat and swing. Give me speed or might defense.
So I was looking over the character sheet. I forget he's trained in might defense. I forget about
Well,
that.
there you go.
And that's a 19. So
Oh, very nice. With that, yeah, he swings and so hard as you get and just push the bat back. This time he falls for a moment down on the ground before you. As you just push him to the ground. And yeah, the one left that's armed will aim at Charlie and fire.
Okay. The speed defense?
Yeah.
Okay. Trained in speed defense. I will put effort into this. Just one. But that is a 10.
Okay. Yeah, with the training, that would do it. So you quickly move your wings and push yourself behind a tree as it just takes off a little bit of bark. Very good. Those all three got to go. And then so we're here at Ruby and Ridge.
Ruby is gonna continue with this taunting, and she's gonna say, like, she's gonna point behind him at Charlie. And it's like, that is a real man. It's another shake the bones.
Oh, very nice. So just ruthlessly insulting the man to death is the plan. I
Pretty
love
much.
it. All right. Penzo Wayu. And that goes a witch woman now. And
Neener.
Ridge.
So Ridge is, so he knocked the guy down, right? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So he's gonna like just kind of step on his arm, just like with the weight of a 6-foot man.
Oh, nice.
He's just gonna step on his arm and he's going to take a swing at his chest.
Ooh.
With the...
Let's go.
All right, Ridge, show me what you got. Ooh, 16.
16. How do you end this individual?
Well, yeah, he's just gonna he's gonna be like, I'll try to make this quick. May the spirits guide you. And he's just gonna swing as hard as he can into the chest of this man.
Oh yeah. Crack. until it no longer moves or breathes. The roots begin to cover him up just a little bit. Then we'll go to Charlie.
So Charlie is behind Marco. And he leans forward, to whisper in Marco's ear as he takes out his pocket knife. And he just says, "The mistake you made was trying to put your hands on her without her permission." And he just takes the pocket knife to his throat.
Okay. Let's give this attack.
Was this going to be based on might or speed?
It's your choice when you use it.
Okay. But it's an attack, not a defense, so I don't think I've trained it
Right.
either. So we'll go for might, because I'm going to definitely put 2 effort in. Make sure this connects. $15.
Okay. So, if you don't have anything, that should be 2 damage.
Yeah, it is only 2 damage.
Perfect. All right, you make the cut. Does not still is a thick neck, and you get caught up in like this metal chain that's around as you're cutting, and he's bleeding. So what the demon? And scared now. No. Very frightened man. Yeah, not even sure what to do. Turn around and swing at Charlie.
Okay. Speed defense?
Yeah, speed or might.
Okay, speed defense. I'm trained in that. 17.
Ooh, very good. As you're able to just kind of leap up high into the air with your wings there as he hits a tree. And let's see, the one that's no, the one's dead. So this would just be the other one firing. We'll like aim at you, Charlie, as you're high up and try to
Okay.
shoot. That'd be speed defense.
Yep. Ooh, that is a 8.
Okay, so that will land
Okay.
here for it's going to be 4 points of might.
Okay.
That's hard. Cool, got him. And we'll go to Ruby and Ridge.
Yeah. Ruby will keep shaking the bones. See a real man.
Ruby giving her dissertation on what a real man is.
Although he took,
Protects his women, doesn't put his hands on them.
took Shake the Bones and made the vicious mockery.
100%.
I was thinking the exact same thing. It's like,
100%.
mockery?
All right. With that, then, how do you want to end this person's life?
I think I feel like this would pretty much be like him having a heart attack
Okay.
or an no, an aneurysm. Just blood starts pouring from his nose and his ears or something like that. I don't know how an aneurysm actually works. So whatever you think an aneurysm, whatever that does, I don't know.
No, you're not far off.
Yeah.
The eyes do go very bloodshot.
Perfect. Yeah. and blood vessels break, and the body convulses, and then is still. And then a ridge.
So he's gonna immediately he turns to face the one that shot Charlie, and he's going to take another big swing and aim for that area, like right, like where the neck and shoulders just kind of meet. He's gonna try to aim for there.
Okay, so you'd have to use your turn to get next to him.
He's too far away.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait. If I remember correctly, let me look at my notes. Goodness, where is everything? He does have the running go ability. I always forget about that.
All right. What does that do?
Dude, I can't. It was just vertical. I lost it. Oh no, it reset. No, I thought I had it written down. Turns out I didn't. Actually, I'm just gonna have him try to like inch closer then, because he's still too far away. I get
Okay.
as close as he can.
Yeah. So now you get with immediate distance.
Yeah.
So you're good to go. Okay. Very good. And then we'll go to Charlie.
I think Charlie is gonna. So he's up in the air because he took that dodge. He got hit with the gunshot, but then he just turns around in the air, looks at the one remaining guy, looks down at Marco, who's on the ground dead, looks at the other guy whose chest is just open, looks at this guy and says, "Son, this is your one chance to run away with your life." But this is shake the bones on him.
Okay.
To add to that point that he should be running.
Absolutely. And you see as he's scared, as he kind of shivers. It's like it's like his skin grows tight around and is almost choking him. As you do that, then they go very scared, see you right next to them, Lynn, and they are going to take off running. So they go a short distance, more closer back to where the tree line started. And then it's Courtney and Lynn.
Yeah, Ruby's just gonna do another vicious mockery and be like, "Stay away from me!" Like, not stay away from me. She's gonna say, "Now you know what a real man is like. Now you know what you need to do."
As one guy runs, is there a range on Shake the Bones?
I don't know. Hold on.
Keeps you within
This
whatever
is the
range.
Target must be able to hear and understand you.
Another one of those. Okay.
I also
Very
found out run and go.
Okay.
I figured it out.
All right.
I found it in the book. It's if you take down a foe, you can move a short distance, but only if you move towards another foe. You don't need to spend the points until you know that the first foe is down. And
Perfect.
it's an enabler move.
Nice. Okay. They scream as they almost fall down as Ruby yells at them and mocks them. And then Ridge.
So Ridge, he just kind of he almost kind of hesitates. He's like, well, he's running away. He doesn't really if they're running for their life terrified, they might tell people not to mess with us. Because we did split up the group and kill their guy, kill the main guy.
Mhm.
Cut
If
the-
if you cut off the head, the rest will follow.
and I
So
don't.
Ridge
Again,
is actually just gonna. He's not gonna chase after him.
Yeah, it's just the focus. Like, all right, he's going.
Yeah,
All right, nobody
he'll just
scratch.
watch as he runs.
Very cool. Then Charlie.
yeah, I think I was just gonna agree with Ridge that, and I think I'm assuming the plan we all had is we're not sticking around much longer in New York, anyways. So, he'll land next to Ruby, and just be immediately worrying over her. You all right?
I'm fine.
They clipped you a couple times.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit painful. I'm not gonna lie. That was a bit painful. And she's bleeding from her shoulder, and
We need to. I think we need to make our. He looks at both Ruby and Ridge and says, "I think we need to make ourselves scarce." And above table, I'm trying to remember. I feel like we promised Marco's body to one of the various things we made deals with, like several sessions ago. Was it the?
I think it was here, wasn't it?
Was it here? Was it the trees that we
trees.
promised?
Yep.
Okay,
I believe it
perfect.
was the trees. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then I think he was
Drag
pretty
his
good.
body over
Yeah.
to the main tree. Yeah.
Yep. It's like, all right. So he'll sort of see how heavy Marco is, and if necessary, call Ridge over and say, "Let's get this done."
All right. So clean yourselves up. You've taken them out. You've rescued boys, and used the lantern to hide your tracks. Now, what would y'all like to do?
How are we getting back home? We gotta go. We gotta get back to the mine to give this lantern back to the boy, and then we gotta get home.
Yeah. Well, we gotta head back. We gotta give the lantern back to the boy. Say,
Mm,
we did what he wanted. We also are we gonna try to do something with all those displaced folks?
Well, I think we let them know that they could either come with us, stay here, or go somewhere else.
Should we swing by
See
the
what they
halfway
want.
house then and see if we're getting ready to leave? We should
Oh,
see if any of them want to come with.
yeah, that's fine. What do you think, Ridge?
Well, I'm with you guys here. Actually, yeah. We might want to go check up on him. You might be very confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
We
Well,
also can't just up and leave him.
yeah, because what you want to do? Because I think you're literally checking them up as of like a few hours ago or a day ago.
Yeah.
So
We told them that we were. I think that we would have told them that would be leaving right after we were done with our business here, which
After
Hope.
some business is taken care of.
yeah.
Write this down in the notes. The running go, just in case I ever need to use that, because it feels like it would be useful if I attempted.
Mhm. So I think
yeah. So as of now, they're still trying to find their bearings. I mean, if you wanted to, you could try to take some with you or try to figure out what you might want to, but kind of depends.
I say we just let them make their decision when they're done making their decision. Whenever they Let's give them time. They know we've already told them where we're at.
Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. They can come later too. It's just if any of them, since we were in the process of leaving, if there were any that were real, had already made that decision, but probably not. But just in case, we check on them, let them know they're still welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we just got to figure out a way back.
Did we? I want to say that we did get. Didn't we? We verified, I think, with the creepy crawlies that they would take us back, or was that hopeful misremembering?
I don't think you did that.
No, we didn't.
Think so.
I don't remember that. I don't remember
Neither do I.
that was because there was like a lot of like leave Ivy alone. Like that was like the bigger like.
Yes.
It wasn't so much on and give us a ride home.
I thought this conversation was like way back when we like not the Eiffel Tower stuff, but way back when we first got here. The subject came up. I just don't know if we were ever smart enough to actually turn to them and
I
say,
don't think we were actually that smart.
We're not that smart.
honestly.
Could you like leave the carriage here or something for us?
All right.
So we'll have to figure out the way home.
Yeah. So in that case, we're moving a little bit here. So I would say from this, you all may receive 8 experience.
Whee!
Whoa.
That's because I am notoriously stingy in Cypher.
No. Really?
Like any Cypher person who watches this is like, let's do never. Let's do never get experience.
Well, you reward at the end of plot points. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think from here, we can have it on stream, or we could have a little output. I mean, this is game stuff. We got to decide here because it's a little bit on what's next for our story. Because a few things are wrapped, and so here are like some options. There is like different characters. There's always kind of that option. And the way we do is we keep the tiers, I think, just to have fun and play through the system. Unless we really wanted to tell a different type of story, like we're gonna tell this story and use this tier because of whatever, because we want that. And then the other, to me, would be the other option. People can suggest another thing if they want. Would be more of like a time jump. Just to like give some reasonable like 3 years, 4 years time here for things to go by. So it's time to get the harvest in, go to work, get a few gigs, all those types of things, and start then kind of fresh with new a new world-ish.
So yeah, okay. We've just opened with the conversation.
Yeah, so we're just talking. I think we're kind of talking and figuring out the next bit of our story beats. I definitely want to hear. I really want to care about what you have to say, Lynn, because you've been a champion. You kind of came in with this story full in, and you played, and you've got it in. So, like, I think it matters a lot what what you think, because you're really letting us finish this off. So, we definitely want to make sure that you're represented there. So,
yeah, I never realized that just joining. I watched an ad on Instagram, gave it a shot, joined this campaign, and have had a ton of fun. Now I'm actually not entirely sure, because I kind of want. This is a toughie.
Then we can talk and say what we think some of the positives, like, it can be more of a what excites you about some of these options, what type of story. We kind of take as far as instead of what are we going to do with time jump, type of story or theme you want to explore with the characters. This can be wider than just these kind of flat questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to jump in on over Lynn here. So if you've got another thought, Lynn, please. But I had a thought that kind of relates to all that.
Oh yeah, no, of course, go ahead. I don't have. I don't know. I'm still mulling it over.
Okay, because I agree with Matt that you jumped into a very sort of established narrative that was going on, and it's been great. It's been great having you, and I'm wondering if, and this is also addressed a bit to Courtney, whether it's time for us to kind of wrap Charlie and Ruby's story.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually a little bit leaning towards the idea of new characters, with the caveat there's just one or two more things I'd like to do to wrap up Charlie and Ruby's story.
Yeah.
They need to get married.
Well, there's also a couple of things that Charlie needs to
Courtney knows this because I mentioned it to her earlier today. I'd love to finally find out what Jack is going to ask Charlie to do
Mhm.
from the very first meeting.
So we could sort of do that. The thing too is you can move and we can come back.
Okay.
And I bring that because it's very much like the podcast.
Right. Okay.
So the podcast sometimes you'll go to a different set of characters,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll come back to
Oh.
the ending thing might be like, not to give too much spoilers in my head, but I could be like they meet Jack and they kind of go, "What are you up next?" She's like, "I got old friend the Monica. I need to go ask something about."
Mhm.
Right, and then that goes to
Right.
some other thing, and maybe not even at the end, maybe mid.
Right.
There's some fun we could kind of have there.
Mhm.
So as opposed to retiring, more like, okay, this character's there,
Mhm.
and we're not necessarily going to go find them as far as the players, but the DM might kind of bring, maybe we'll do something. Well,
Okay.
we can come back on this as long as you're in there. If that makes sense, if you're good with it.
Yeah, I mean, because my thought was to wind down, Charlie and Ruby with, I think, maybe a couple scenes that to get them to the place of wherever their relationship is.
Yeah. Now that would make sense.
Yeah, and then maybe if we can make new characters, and Lynn, it'd be up to you whether if because you haven't had a chance to play Ridge for that long.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the kind of thing if you wanted to keep playing Ridge and we make new characters that Ridge meets. And then we can do kind of that session 0 thing where the three of us figure out, okay, what do we want this to be moving forward? And you can be more on the ground level of that, or you could obviously make a new character too. It'd be up to you.
Mm-hmm.
That was sort of my thoughts.
Yeah, I think having in mind of this as because So Guys is like a horror anthology, and so I like the idea of the campaign being an anthology. Of us playing that way of and then we just put this on the shelf for a little bit, like you said, wrap it up for wedding bells or whatever we want to do, and then go cool. What happens later?
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I could.
Okay, how you feeling?
I do actually really I do really like Charlie's idea of just having like a nice little bow on everything. And I feel like I would have to maybe mull over if I do want to continue as Ridge, or if we do decide to go that route, that if I wanted to make a new character, because there's so much that I haven't that I still have yet to really read into with the book, but there's also still a couple of things that I haven't been able to do with Ridge, but it just because it never popped up or whatever, which I'm actually not disappointed about. I'm actually very happy with everything he's done so far. And even though his time here was short, I I like playing as him, but I'm not sure where much else to go with him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's more like I might need to think about it, but I do like the idea.
Yeah, well, because as we do the characters, like there's all these like this question about how did you meet the first people, and there's putting them all together. Because originally the way we did the other ones was they were all like trying to make it on their own, trying to reclaim a farm, basically. And we have a lot of opportunities, something different there. So in other words, it can be very connected. So it sounds like you're trying to decide a little bit.
I'm very much on the fence.
Cool.
Still, because that's a tough decision.
To jump in again, so
Yeah,
Courtney,
Mm.
because I know that there is a conversation that Ruby's been trying to pull out of Charlie for a while. I know that's one thing. So like, do you think, I don't know, one more session with Charlie and Ruby to get them where we want them, at least momentarily? I don't know. What are you thinking? What do you want to make sure we do?
I mean, yeah, one more session with Ruby and Charlie, I think would be fine.
So one more session, do we want to finish out our time here with that? Or do you feel like you need full...
No, I think we could finish our time with that conversation.
Yeah, if I guess that's my question, Courtney, is if we do that with the idea that Matt might bring us back to these two characters later, so we don't have to necessarily do all the other stuff. Would you be happy with us sort of wrapping that up and then we can start thinking? I'm fine with that if you are.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine by me.
Okay, cool. And I think I would say do that. There's at the place where Lynn, you see Ridge do anything, feel free to do that. Otherwise, you don't need to be a spectator for the next bit. I think you're there, you're around, whatever that kind of looks like. Maybe it's on the train back or a ride back, walks back. So like you'd be around for it maybe, or whatever, how we want to kind of set it up. I just want to make sure that's there. Yeah, okay, so then we'll do that, and then the plan, I think then is going to be to probably zero the new thing next week.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of new characters, to sit down and kind of go through the stuff. Cool. What are they doing? What's this? What's that? Does that sound about right for everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Perfect.
Cool.
Because this seems like a very I think these things are wrapping. Cool. And so what do you guys fancy here? Like walking back the roads, hitchhiking on the back of a pickup truck?
Yeah, we ain't taking the trains.
No, I know you're not taking that. I said train. I'm like, they ain't taking the train. That's a whole nother story.
That's what we're going to come back to. Eventually, we're going to have to earn the right to use the train again.
Right.
Yeah, I guess probably hitchhiking. I'd imagine this conversation would happen maybe during the night, like if we're camping out somewhere, by a fire or something.
All right. I like that. All right, so finally get in at least to the foothills of the Appalachians, where things, dangerous as they might be, at least make sense. Moving through and somewhat familiar sounds. Familiar enough, at least, to know you can set a fire without somebody yelling at you about some ordinance or code. Heck, you're trying to cook what you caught, which apparently isn't all that legal other places in the cities either. How they make it do through the hard times, you'll never know, but, well, Each to their own, you think. So the fire begins burning, and the serenade of the night of these hills begins. A mixture of the chirping of insects and the lonely howls of something hunting, as you all rely on the fire to keep them away, as well as the several wards Ivy put out to keep the darker things from coming close. Sitting around the fire, staring at its dancing lights. What y'all want to do?
I think Charlie is sitting next to Ruby, and I think after just enjoying the quiet for listening to the sounds for a while, he turns to her and just asks, "You haven't really had a chance to talk since we took care of that problem. How you feeling?"
I'm feeling okay. Like, my shoulder's a bit sore, but I guess that's what happens when you get shot. How are you?
I'm fine, the same. I was more asking how you're feeling in your head.
Oh, in my head. Oh,
Are you feeling safer, Ruby?
now that I ain't got to worry about him, yeah, I am.
Good.
I am feeling safer. She'll look up to him. Thank you, Charlie.
He smiles. Of course. And she catches him staring into her eyes again.
She narrows her eyes at him. You still haven't answered my question. Don't think I forgot.
What? Wow. I don't. What question?
What question? I've only asked it a couple of times. I mean, what is this whole thing about? It's those eyes that you keep saying. What about my eyes?
He shifts uncomfortably. All right, I don't want you or anyone to worry about this.
Okay.
I don't quite know when this happened. It was sometime after my first run-in with Jack. And I didn't really notice it until a certain day. Because I think it must have happened real subtly.
Mm-hmm.
Something's happened with my eyesight.
Oh. What happened with your eyesight?
I don't see colors normally anymore. At least not the way I used to.
Okay.
I mean, I can see the colors. Like, I can tell all the colors. I've known people who are, there's some colors they can't see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that. Everything seems kind of faded.
Dull?
Dull, yeah. Faded and dull. Like it's just not quite the way it should be. Even now, our travels, I can tell that we're probably in very green forests, but it just doesn't look that way.
Huh.
And like I said, it was subtle. I don't think I even realized it was happening until well,
Yes.
until that dance in that town,
Oh.
Stonega, when and he looks at her, until I saw your eyes. Ruby, your eyes are the only things that look bright to me.
She blushes.
That-
That is probably one of the sweetest things I've ever heard, and as well as one of the saddest things I've ever heard, Charlie.
Well, that's what makes me such a good blues musician.
Is that it?
Unfortunately, no. We know why I'm a good blues musician. But, I wish it was just a good pickup line.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, you're the bright spot in my life, Ruby.
I will gladly be that bright spot for you, Charlie. Just don't forget it. No matter what.
No, I finally got it through my thick head.
Good. I'm glad. Because you're my bright spot in this. I don't even know what to call it anymore. This crazy world.
Well, we're heading back to Avery County.
That's something.
It's something. So, should we get in on the betting pool with Ivy and Basil, or should we?
Oh no, I want them to keep. I want to keep them on their toes.
Well, all right. Lady's choice.
Keep them guessing.
Just smiles and shakes his head and gives her a kiss.
How you doing, Lynn?
Lynn was pretending to be asleep.
Ruby's got great perception.
Abby, I knew it.
Ridge is just kind of pretending that he's not listening to a very intimate conversation, completely looking the other way. Sorry, what was that?
Whether you like it or not, Ridge, you're family now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're family, so you gotta do. If you're lucky that you didn't get all the poking and prodding from Basil, and did they actually get you in on that betting pool that they had going?
What bed and pool?
Oh, it's just one that when is Ruby and Charlie gonna get married?
Well, Well, now that everything seems to be better, in my mind, this feels like a perfect time. Well, sometime soon, at least, I mean.
We'll see. I think there's still a few things that we gotta work out.
I mean, we did just have to, put down one of her ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blame her if she's a little commitment shy. That's the word.
I need some time. I need some time.
Take
I mean,
off
I don't
time.
even have a ring or anything yet.
You know, what was that?
I don't even have a ring or anything yet.
Ah,
Oh, who said brain? And I'm
I
like,
heard brain too.
I don't have a brain, guys.
Charlie just smiles and sighs and goes, for the first time in a while, he's looking at both Ruby and Rich for this. I do feel like I'm going home.
It's because we are going home.
That's true.
You got any plans, Ridge, for when we get home?
I don't know. It's
No?
really weird. When you guys found me at your doorstep, I didn't think I would be going into all this mess. I was alone for a long, long time after everything. But I think it's going to be nice to settle down.
Yeah.
I haven't felt relief in so long.
I get that. It'll be nice to relax for a little bit, hopefully. No more scarecrows. Please, no more scarecrows.
I'm just hoping no more dynamite.
No more
hey,
scarecrows.
Saul, hide this for me. Nothing we can do about that child, is there?
I know. like trying to contain a tornado.
Yeah, but we adore this tornado.
That's true.
All right. Let's get some sleep before we got a lot of walking. We got a lot of walking. I really need to invest in some men's shoes one of these days.
Maybe we just got to get one of them automobiles eventually.
Oh yeah, that too.
I think Charlie goes to sleep, and for the first time in a long time, he doesn't go to sleep worrying about Jack and deals. He just goes to sleep.
Very nice. And then, of course, continue on your way. The darkness. And hopefully to Avery County, where two might get together and just be quiet for a little bit. After all, out of sight, out of mind. And if you don't worry about a thing, then there's nothing to worry about. Right. With that, you all gone back. And in Avery County, as some deals with darkness are made. See in Paradise, letter comes to a man known as J.T. Fields, the third, if you don't mind. He looks at it, the one that maybe many people known as Jack. Looks at his letter as well. It was awful nice of them to invite me. Yes, sir, indeed. Smiled to himself. That's always the nice thing. You give somebody something, it can grow and invest and grow and go forward, and they will multiply. Well, this just looks dandy. I love these announcements. And the man, known to many as J.T. Fields and Jack, made a little note in a ledger by the name of Charlie and Ruby. Took the book and put it on her shelf. For now. Is there anything Lynn wants to do in this little bit of time here?
Well, Rich doesn't have much. He was
Rich.
Rich doesn't have much. He was a solo explorer before meeting everyone.
Yeah. This is his way. Do you feel like Ridge here stays in Avery County with everybody, or is he gonna move on?
I think Ridge would like to settle down
Okay.
and finally get to experience what it's like to be calm in a long, long time. You never got to feel that.
Very cool. And with that, so we all know calmness is good, but it never lasts. Especially in these hills. No, it's just a season before something that's out to starve you or kill you or own you comes. With that, we will let our characters go for tonight, family. We'll see what we come up with. Thank you for sticking for this tale of our characters, and we'll be possibly not back on Twitch next week. I think we might be kind of come up with our new stuff on our Citizen Zero, which if you happen to be listening to this, you can go to gmbalo.com or and start playing /gm/gmbalo. Sorry, start playing.game /gm/gmbalo. And you can always sign up for this here game as we start our, sounds like our second large arc with some new characters. You can jump in on the fun. But for now, we'll see you soon, family. See you real soon.
Night, family.
Good night, family.
Bye, family.